Hello, everybody. I'm Walt Disney Company CEO Bob Chapek. And I know you probably read some things in the press this week about me in some very minor local publications. I think it's a local New York channel, I believe. Said some things about me not doing my job. And I want to assure you that I am the CEO of the Walt Disney Company. I am on the board of directors, and I am doing all of my CEO things I'm supposed to do, like, doing interviews. Not doing interviews, and all the other CEO things you're supposed to do. And there's no one controlling me or doing my job for me. You're showing. There's nobody that's doing my job. I am fully capable, I am willing, I am able, and I am not Bob C. Okay. You've read WDW News Today. Now it's time for WDW News Tonight!
Live from
WDW Editing Studio in Orlando, Florida. It's WDW News Tonight with Tom Corliss and Nick Cicero. Tonight, the last ever WDW The Math Game, the Disney Parks Dutch translator, and our last day at Disney Parks. Now, here's your host, Tom Corliss.
I'm Tom Corliss, and I'm board of directors. Get it, bored? Like, not interested anymore. Yep. My desk is crooked. No one noticed that. Nope, now it's too I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Nick, thank you for that double introduction. I don't know what was happening.
Yeah, I was as shocked as you were. Oh, okay. Is that what was going on?
Coming in. Yeah, I asked you.
Like you started
ready,
playing something.
I played music.
I didn't.
Yes. The intro. We do it sometimes. It happens.
I heard me twice though. Did I say it twice?
Oh, boy.
No, that was me.
Oh boy.
You were late on the grip, so I was like, okay, he didn't get it. So I guess we're doing our best.
So the room smells like pickles. Because where is it?
You left the jar out?
So there's the bit we were supposed to have last week. It doesn't really work.
Hopefully.
We were going to put a pickle on a mirror. See?
What?
That's why it doesn't work.
Do pickles not glue very well?
No, surprising, isn't it?
It looks like a full mirror. It looks like a full pickle. Oh, how do they do it? I don't know. This didn't work.
I'm gonna throw that out.
You have to throw the mirror out?
This is the longest, multi-week episode joke that is not panned out ever.
What was that, Nathan?
This is the longest multi-episode joke that is not panned out at all. The pickle mirror.
The bee isn't on this.
Oh,
I thought that was another pickle in his hand, but it's just the controller for the teleprompter.
Thanks for giving away the secrets of the show, Nick. I appreciate it.
I mean, it's a Wii nunchuck. I don't know.
It absolutely looks like a Wii nunchuck. The whole room just smells like pickles now. It's kind of gross.
That's on you.
On me. It's on me. Thanks for joining us, everybody. What a great opening. Thanks to Bob Chapek for joining us for the show opening this week, and no one behind him.
Nope.
And now the news.
News.
Brought to you by the WWNT Interglobe Society. Plans to reopen the country in phases were unveiled today, paving the way for the eventual return of theme parks at the discretion of their state governments. Not only that, I don't know if a lot of people saw this or not, but Disney also unveiled that they too will be instituting different phases of park operations once they do reopen. So not only are there 3 phases to a state reopening, but there's also then 3 phases to Walt Disney World reopening. I don't know if people have seen these. We're going to show these now in case you missed them. So phase 1 of Walt Disney World reopening, first will be things that directly make money So bars, restaurants, stores, bars, things of that sort will be allowed to open first. Guests will be required to wear face masks that'll now be available in every gift shop for $19.99 or $29.99 for limited edition masks with sound effects. Get those. Cast members can return to living to up to 10 to an apartment, and your kids should not touch strangers while waiting in line nor lick handrails during phase one. You're being advised that they should not do that. If that is sustained for 14 days, we then move on to phase 2. In phase 2, theme park attractions can reopen. Cast members can return to living up to 50 to an apartment. Your kids should not touch strangers while waiting in line nor lick handrails. Brazilian tour groups may resume chanting in phase 2, and the guests are still advised to social distance from value resorts.
I always social distance from anyone who stays at a value resort. It's just
Patient Zero was the big slice of pizza at All-Star, the monster slice of pizza. And then, of course, if all this goes well, we can move on to phase 3. In phase 3, there's no limit on the number of cast members in a single apartment. Your kids should not touch strangers while waiting in line nor lick handrails. Stitch's Great Escape remains seasonal. Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will remain closed, though, and you will be asked to fill in all of the available space when phase 3 is instituted at the Disney park. So in case you missed that, now you know all the important phases of Walt Disney World's reopening. My chair made a weird noise. According to Florida Surgeon General Scott Rivkees, Floridians should be keeping their distance, avoiding crowds of 10 or more, and wearing face masks in public for up to a year until the end of the year, until a COVID-19 vaccine exists. Surgeon General spoke at a press conference on Monday before being whisked away by a spokesperson for Governor Ron DeSantis. The spokesperson was a bald man in a suit who was sweating profusely.
Daddy Warbucks.
He looked familiar. I don't know where I'd seen this man before. A whole year? Good thing I don't have to make these decisions. Old Bob's still here. The Walt Disney Company has seen a number of changes in quick succession in the past few weeks, from appointing Bob Chapek, or Bob C, as the CEO, to facing, of course, those crippling economic effects of the pandemic. And throughout the crisis, however, only one voice from the company has spoken out, and that's former CEO Bob Iger. A recent post by the New York Times, a local channel, delved deeper. That was a comment we got, by the way, that the New York Times is a local news channel. New York. Yeah. That's part of the problem, folks. Delve deeper into the current circumstances surrounding leadership at Disney, basically stating that Bob Iger has quietly taken back responsibilities while Chapek remains CEO. This is like when you put the training wheels back on the bike. The kid, he's like, Timmy, you didn't quite make it. You fell a couple times. I'm just going to put these back on for a little while. When reached for comment, Chapek said, "Sorry, folks, I'm sure we'll do better next time. It was my first CEO job, and I'm still getting used to my programming." Almost kindergarten style, the CEO is referred to internally as Bob C, while Mr. Iger is referred to still as just Bob. You might think the C stands for Chapek, but it's just for cheap. Bob Cheap.
Could be a worse C word.
Well, Imagineering calls him Bob Chapstick, which I still don't think is funny or good, but I don't get it. It's like a thing a 4-year-old came up with. Like this is the creative epicenter of the parks and resorts, and they came up with Bob Chapstick. Suddenly the new Epcot films make so much more sense.
The man has chapped lips. Give him a break.
Hell yes. Hell yes. What if the film was a real estate ad for the Earth? Hell yes. Yahoo's Keith Smith, a former Walt Disney World cast member, suggested this week that the NBA could resume its season playing all remaining games at ESPN's Wide World of Sports complex. In making his case, Smith touted the abundance of facilities for games and broadcasting, as well as the proximity of hotels, specifically suggesting the Art of Animation and Pop Century is likely homes for the NBA players. After reading that last part, I wasn't sure whether Smith was lying about being familiar with the NBA or about being a former cast member. You want cast members to stay at, you want NBA players to stay at Pop Century. Okay.
LeBron loves all-star movies. We know this.
Grad night at Disneyland has been officially canceled. They've canceled the event. Yeah, the hits just keep on coming for the class of 2020. Don't worry, kids. Just think of this as your fast pass to adulthood. Getting you ready for all the disappointment now. Healthcare workers in Orlando were provided some of Disney's famous sweet treats this week. Disney dropped off some items to nurses and medical technologists from the Orlando Regional Medical Center and Palm Bay Hospital. They were given theme park crispy treats. Yeah, they were all charged 1 snack credit.
Nick, I feel like you're missing an opportunity to give a bunch of people snacks.
I know. I gotta pull up in the van.
Yeah. None of them tested positive for the coronavirus, but all of them tested positive for food poisoning, by the way. I don't like the crispy treats. I think they're terrible. They're usually pretty stale, and
I saw popcorn in the picture. I'd take some bags of the popcorn.
Went to the police. The police got the popcorn,
okay.
Which the popcorn is good, even though it's bagged. It's very surprising. That was a Nick discovery. Nick turned me on to the bagged popcorn.
Right? It's so good, especially like the sweet and salty ones. Yes.
Yeah. It's a shame they stopped making new flavors.
Love it. Yeah.
According to a new report from the Orlando Business Journal, one local firm is continuing construction on Reflections, a Disney Lakeside Lodge. Don't worry, everyone. There may not be any new rides, but we'll have a Pocahontas statue in the lobby. Reflections is scheduled to open by 2022, unlike anything in the Epcot project at this point. In a recent update to the Shanghai Disneyland website, a slight alteration has been made with regard to the use of health QR codes, which were previously only required upon entering dining venues, but are now required resort-wide. Only guests with a green Shanghai QR code will be allowed to enter the resort. Of course, Disney's theme parks have a great track record with scanning things, and it never leads to any problems. Oh, that's a good point.
Oh, wow. Was that the first?
No, I've been forgetting lately because I don't want to be the guy who leaves his apartment with a magic band on, and people are like, why is he wearing a magic band?
You always carry one in your
I put it in there because I know I got to put it on at the studio. I'm aware of that. Registration is now open for the Run Disney virtual series with the full set of incredible medals themed to Mad Tea Party, Space Mountain, Haunted Mansion, and a classic Disney ticket book. Each medal sells for $40, or you can get the full set for $145. In addition to the medals, participants will receive, well, that's it. It's Run Disney. Run a 5K or don't. We don't care as long as the check clears.
Oh, boy. I got my Run Disney race this weekend, Star Wars half. Gonna do the 10K and half this weekend.
Nick,
around
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
I'm gonna... No. I set up some of my action figures down the street. I set out bananas and water stops for myself, and I'm just gonna run around Mount Dora a couple times. 13 miles on Sunday morning.
That's the least weird thing that's going to be happening Sunday in Orlando, I'm sure. So,
take selfies with my Star Wars action figures along the race route.
It's just Florida, man.
It's
not that weird.
Great.
I
Fantastic.
virtual races.
Huh?
I did the virtual races.
You signed up for them?
Yeah.
Are you going to actually run them?
No, I'm going to just walk around the neighborhood. I'll, track it, make sure it's the right amount. I like shiny things.
I'll be counting.
I'm
going to keep track for you, Colleen.
I think they're gone. Yeah, reports indicate Run Disney will also be changing its name to the Metal Store. It's going to be located in the Marketplace Co-op.
Oh, no.
Kona Brewing Company, which is Disney's go-to brewery across the Polynesian Village Resort and in some other places, has introduced a new line of flavored seltzer that includes a passion fruit orange guava flavor with alcohol. Pog juice with a twist. Now Pete can stop pouring the juice into the White Claw he brought with him from home. You've had it already? Thanks for bringing some. Appreciate it. God. You're not even mic'd. I didn't realize. Are you? I don't know if it's on.
I was wondering who else was in the studio there. Is that
It's
Pete?
muted.
Yeah, Pete's here.
Huh.
Against better
Hi, Pete.
judgment, Pete is here.
We did
I
not
didn't think
ask
Pete
Pete to
needed to
come
be on.
here. Pete came here
just
of
showed
his
up.
own volition.
Here a few days for the roast, and I needed to get out of the house.
We're very effectively social distancing here. We're doing great.
Yes.
He is.
We
really,
always
he
try to
is
keep
more
6
than
feet
12
apart
away,
from Pete, so
which is
yeah.
how I prefer Pete
It's all
during
good.
all sorts of economic climates. A new video series named Shorts by Disney Parks has debuted on the resort apps, with the first video short featuring adorable Disney Parks ducks. Cutesy Disney duck videos. What an original concept! Never seen that before. Now you can.
Wow, I can't believe they
Later tonight.
stole that.
They did. They steal everything.
They did not. There was a Paris duck video before you
Yeah,
did duck
stop it.
videos.
No, yeah,
It's-
kind
Paris.
of, yeah.
This duck worshiped Donald. It was adorable.
Now you can blast the Magic Happens Parade soundtrack by streaming or downloading it in a number of places. It's available on most mainstream music streaming services. Sadly, it only includes the music from the first float, the song no one wanted. Yeah, I guess I do understand why they didn't want to release the Moana track, which says How Far I'll Go 286 times in succession. How far I'll go, how far I'll go, how far I'll go, how far I'll go, Who is just banging on something on a computer? There's just error sounds. Someone know that that's coming through the speaker? Probably not. Now you can enjoy Disneyland Paris at home, a new online platform brimming with videos, recipes, and activities for the whole family to enjoy. I mean, I haven't done the laundry in a week. I haven't cleaned my bathroom, and there's a crack in my wall that hasn't been repaired yet. So I'm already experiencing Disneyland Paris at home. I didn't need all of this. This week, Walt Disney Imagineering offered a virtual tour of The Dish, also known as the Digital Immersive Showroom at Walt Disney Imagineering. It's good we got to see it this week before they're furloughed, because the dish will soon be a paper plate. Nope, all right.
That's not bad. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
Probably.
I agree. I agree.
One took
Limited
me a
edition
second.
Disney Parks pins are now on sale on Shop Disney. You don't get your annual pass discount, sadly, but you don't have to deal with other people who buy pins, so it's a pretty fair trade-off.
I'll take that every time.
It's the least smelly experience I've had buying limited edition pins, I will say.
Yeah.
With Disney seemingly remaking all of their classic films in live action, another one of its beloved features, Robin Hood, is reportedly getting the Lion King treatment. That's right, Disney is going to film a furry convention and then overlay it with CGI.
Boo.
What do you mean, boo?
I'm booing the movie.
Oh, okay. I thought the joke was pretty
She
good.
hates furries. Just something about Colleen.
Moving on. With a current market cap of $187.3 billion, Netflix is now worth more than the Walt Disney Company. When asked about how he felt about the Disney princesses now being a notch below Netflix's Tiger King, CEO and title-only Bob Chapek said, quote, "I will never financially recover from this." Oh, man. It's good. Tom Corliss. 7-Eleven stores in Tokyo are now selling cakes that look like Donald and Daisy Duck. Yeah, only in Japan can you release cute cakes in the middle of a state of emergency. Stay inside unless you need kawaii cakes. Only then can you come outside. If you need a cute snack from the 7-Eleven. Pixar Animation Studios' upcoming film Soul has been bumped from a June 19th premiere to November 20th. Meanwhile, Bob Chapek's Soul is still nowhere to be found. That's the news. That's not about him being a robot. Wally has a soul.
Isn't.
I like to believe that. I like to believe that. Nick, who brought us the news?
WDW News Tonight is brought to you by WIGS, the WDWNT Interglobe Society. Support WDWNT and get early and exclusive access to content that you won't find anywhere else, including exclusive WDW News Tonight and Park Center post shows each and every week, starting at just $2 a month. You can also get extra core bucks to spend in our online store to collect Disney park items from around the world and WDWNT exclusive swag. For more information, go to patreon.com/WDWNT or visit WDWNT.com and click the Patreon link. Join WIGS and help make this show happen through Patreon.
Is that pre-recorded?
Should it be? Why,
no,
was that good?
You got through it flawlessly.
Yeah.
I'm
for
impressed.
some reason, I'm doing this announcing thing much better from home. I think maybe it's like the no pressure of not sitting next to you guys, not sweating under the studio lights. I'm just chilling here, and
we'll all come back, but Nick will still be at home when this is
maybe.
over. Is that the plan?
I wouldn't mind it.
Maybe we'll just put you in the storage closet. And just do the show from there. Anyway, all right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, the Disney Parks Duck Translator, The Wonderful World of Psychotic Comments. Tom and Nick are angry about things we liked, something, the last ever math game, and more coming your way tonight. Stick around.
Nearly everyone loves Italian food, but those people who love a true, authentic Italian come to me at a Tony's Town Square Cafe. I, Tony Ragu, have been offering home-cooked food from the province of Toledo here at the Magic Kingdom for almost 30 years. If you're trapped inside in a quarantine, why not take a night off from cooking and order from us? We now offer takeout and delivery options. I never thought a working microwave would be considered an essential business during a global crisis, but what are you gonna do, eh? All of Tony's favorites are available. The chicken parmesan, spaghetti and meatballs, empanadas, the canine crunchies, you name it. Now there's some things you need to know. Postmates is going to tell you that you can order from our theme park location, but you actually got to come to my warehouse on an Orange Blossom Trail. If you go to the Magic Kingdom, the cops, they're going to stop you. It's okay if they do, though. Just drop on my cousin Vinny's name, Vincenzo Ragu, and they're going to let you through. He's a judge up in Westchester. They know who he is. If you choose a pickup, the food is going to be put in your trunk just to make sure you move any baseball bats, cement blocks, bowling bags, so we can lay the food flat. The food is going to be frozen, so don't worry about it getting cold on the way home. So I have what the Uber Eats app is calling Italian food, Tony's Town Square, now available for delivery or pickup. It usually tastes like it's from the road, now it's made to travel on it. Mangiare!
Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. Thank you for joining us. It's now time to find out what's coming up this week on Disney+.
Ooh, and it's a good one this week.
Yeah,
once I find it.
This week on Disney+, Touchstone Pictures, the secret Swiss Family Robinson Bobcat training facility. I don't know why it's a Touchstone Pictures movie.
It's more adult.
Swiss Family Robinson was made way before Touchstone Pictures, but nonetheless, the secret Swiss Family Robinson Bobcat training facility. this week on Disney.
I love the special effects there. That's great.
Yeah, it was way ahead of its time. Way ahead of its time.
That tiger looked real, or whatever. Bobcat.
Oh, thank you for the super.
Cheetah.
Someone sent a super chat. I'm going to check. Amy Lockman, thank you for continuing to put out great content. Appreciate all of you. Thank you, Amy. We appreciate you. Glad you're enjoying it. Thanks for giving us the super chat donation. All right. Well, we're going to put that to good use. We're going to use that super chat money to develop incredible new technologies here at WDWNT. And one of those things that all that Interglobe Society money and the super chats go to is an invention we rolled out a couple of weeks ago, the Disney Parks Duck Translator. All right, here comes the translator. We call him Dr. Nigel Channing, of course. Here he is. And using this incredible device with, of course, archive footage from when the Disney parks existed, we're going to be able to translate what the Disney parks around the world, what the ducks in the Disney parks around the world are thinking and saying. And so once again, we've assembled a little bit of footage, some of the last footage we recorded of various ducks doing things at the Disney parks. We're going to find out what they're saying. Let me go ahead and punch it in, and we'll find out what these ducks were saying.
I'm trying to sleep, but these people are so loud. I wish they'd all just go away.
My heaven, I'm glad we chose to come to the Grand Californian. The pool at Paradise Pier is disgusting.
I think there was a full Herman Ruth candy bar in the pool there.
Oh dear, I don't think that was a candy bar.
Ugh. People who spend less than $500 a night for a hotel room are gross.
Indeed. We'll have to tell the liaison at the club about this incident.
Please don't touch me. You're eating chicken. Oh, don't go that way. He's from that Disney gossip site. Oh, I hate him.
I am not getting all of you popcorn. Please, 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 pretty, please, pretty, please. I want some.
Have more than one kid, they said. They practically raised themselves, they said.
I don't even know which ones are mine anymore.
That's it. You're all being too crazy. Get out of the moat.
Don't send them up here.
This is it, ladies. Our getaway car. Let's hop in.
Steve, this lady with the camera is watching us. Don't be suspicious. We're doing normal duck things. We are looking for crumbs.
Ugh, where are all the ladies at?
Yeah, Instagram makes it seem like all the young girls come to Epcot to drink, but I haven't seen any.
Oh, look, a flower.
There's a girl.
After her.
Wait for me.
Money well spent, as you can see.
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Nigel Channing. Until next time. You know, it's a real duck call. We spent money on a real duck call, which we put on the back of a nonsense device. Thank you, Colleen, for building that. All right. That was fairly psychotic, but Nick, why don't you take us to a place where that's the norm?
Walt Disney presents...
All right, the first article we're going to take a look at, Bob Iger takes CEO responsibilities back from Chapek. Mandy, yes, that one, said, anyone else while reading the article and seeing the words Mr. Chapek hear Colleen's secretary puppet voice? I do, totally, every time.
Colleen wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't paying attention. What was it?
Mandy said every time they read Mr. Chapek on the site, they can't help but think of your puppet voice yelling, Mr. Chapek.
Love it. Epcot, how about the article? Epcot's Norway and Germany cultural representative programs now accepting applications. Bob wrote, I asked if the Norway Pavilion would settle for an internet troll. Still waiting for a callback.
Wow.
Yeah. How about this? Food and beverage price increases and menu changes being implemented despite closure. Auntie Gravity wrote, done. Enjoy your 30-year-old kiddie rides and $19 burgers. Juan wrote, geez, the price of one cocktail is the same price as a one-day park ticket in 1983.
It's true.
Hogus Prenter. Does that say something if you read it fast? That feels
Hogus
like a
Prenter?
fake name. Hogus Prenter. I don't know. Okay.
No.
It feels like one of those names that's like fake, and if you read it fast, it like says a word, and you don't really realize you're
I had
saying
a cousin
that
named
word.
Hogus.
He said that at this point, I hope someone takes over the Disney Corporation and scraps it for parts, given their tone-deaf response to slashing executive pay to float the day-to-day workers and taking forever to offer pass holders any sort of understanding and relief. Their insane greed is so transparent at this point, I find it revolting.
By the way, thank you to Mike Sedmac on YouTube. Donated $4.99 and said, duck money.
Yes.
Duck money. Thanks for the
We
duck
can buy
money.
more ducks.
Appreciate it.
We need more ducks in Tom's apartment. Orange County Mayor says Walt Disney World will play key role in post-pandemic reopening process. Rick wrote, at-risk people and fear-stricken wastes of space can stay home for a very long time if that's what you think is best, but your fear isn't a real good reason to change the lives of everybody else. Scott W. replied, Rick, you are the waste of space. Stupid people like you are the reason we cannot contain the virus. Fun people arguing back and forth on our comment section. We have a few more here. Walt Disney World Resort canceling reservations through mid-May. Rose Cuervo Gold wrote, I never have to visit again anyway, since I can now make Dole Whips at home. Thanks for the recipes, suckers.
Wow.
And one more, well, actually two more we got. The Orlando Sentinel editorial predicts devastating economic future for Central Florida. May wrote, Orlando is a terrible town. There's even a famous book about how much Orlando sucks, Paper Town. I am too grossed out to go to downtown Orlando whenever I visit Walt Disney World because the place looks like a dump, rundown houses, broken roads, and they have Disney World and all the tourist money I give them every year. Anaheim is the same way. What a dump. I am very glad that the two Disney towns are having a tough time right now. They deserve it. Love it. Love it.
That person's insane.
Not quite as insane as this one. This was a comment left on one of our YouTube videos.
Oh, well, yeah. Then you're
Try
right.
to stay with me here on
I
this
love
one.
it.
The Epcot International Garden Festival has been ended shortly in this year because of coronavirus outbreaks, and this year will be cut off in Epcot International Festival because the Halloween decorations will be taking over Epcot and become Epcot International Festival of Frights as Halloween events, which is joined forces with Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Magic Kingdom Park, Halloween Marathon of Madness at Disney Hollywood Studios, and the Dark Forest at Disney's Animal Kingdom as for the first ever on Disney Parks history. And it's all because of D23 Expo 2020 event for this year. And as I predicted, the future events, I also want to be the first to reveal the reopening date in this year for all Disney parks and resorts, Alani, Adventures by Disney, and Disney Cruise Line immediately. And remember, always wash your hands and gargle the hot salt water in your throat at all times. You got that, bro?
And you only read half of it, by the way. Like, it goes on more than that, doesn't it?
Well, that was more the end, yeah.
Yeah,
People
no, I don't
are-
blame you for
yeah.
not reading the whole thing. I just want people to understand that it got more psychotic than that. Want people to
Tom, I used to appreciate your site, but clearly this man or lady, I don't know, knows a lot more about what's going on in the parks than you. So I guess it's time to hang up that hat, my friend. It's
I don't want that one to reflect. I don't want that one to reflect poorly on my reading skills because I read that one exactly.
No, I think
as it
you
was
read
typed,
it well
by the way.
considering how broken it was.
That's
I'm
true.
actually slightly impressed.
I'm still like giggling over the comment you gave me earlier today. The praise about you thinking that was pre-recorded by announcing, like that's high praise.
It's high praise.
I'm gonna live on that for a while. Yeah.
By the way, thank
It's
you
your
to
compliment
Jose
for the year.
Duran, who donated $9.99 for one spaghetti and meatballs from Tony's. Please, just to open your trunk, just move it to the baseball bats, the cement blocks, whatever you might have. That's what people have in their trunk, right? It's normal.
Where do you go for that, Tom? Where is it at again?
Where's what?
Where is Tony's pickup?
Orange Blossom Trail. Oh, dear. Also, thank you to Kyle, who donated $1.99. Buy clothes to dress up the duck for holidays.
Mm-hmm.
You think I can do that for $2? Tiny clothes are more expensive than... You know how much Bob Chapek's puppet suit was?
That was an American Girl
Colleen, how
doll
much was Bob
puppet
Chapek's puppet
costume.
suit?
I mean, probably like at least $15.
It was 2 for $30, right? Something like that. We have a second.
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We have a
There's
second set?
suit.
We have a second one.
Just in case he gets a stain on the first.
There's a
Is that how
the
it
second
works?
suit. They've seen the second
It's on
suit.
the
It's on
baby.
Baby Chapek.
So it worked out.
Oh,
Baby
okay.
Chapek's in the same suit. Yeah.
Yeah. Tom's Hawaiian shirt for his puppet was cheaper, but I bought that on eBay.
The puppet has a Hawaiian shirt?
Yeah, remember it's like the same color as one of your shirts.
Oh, that's right. And I walk into the yeah, I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
Oh, see, now Kyle gave us $2.99 and said fine.
Oh, we're almost at a hat. Almost at a tiny duck Santa hat.
I could probably make a tiny duck Santa hat.
Colleen, we're trying to survive through this economic downturn.
I can't make a tiny duck Santa hat.
There's a lot of payroll, and the prop budget is just. I mean, what did we spend on this? Is the real question.
Like a contest.
How much was? It's actually pretty good. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have people write in. What's your email? Colleen at WDWNT.com. You're gonna email Colleen at WDWNT.com with a guess as to what Dr. Nigel Channing cost us to make.
I guess I
What
should
do you
figure that
think-
out then.
Yeah, we'll add it up. We'll figure it out. What do you think this costs to make? The closest person, Price is Right, rules apply. We're gonna send you 10 core books. How about that? So email Colleen at WDWNT.com. What do you think we spent on this? All right. Probably.
I'll go look.
All right. Nick, are you mad?
Grrr.
It was bad. It was awful. I was terrible. Get him away.
Hey, boo! Nick, why don't you go first?
All right, Tom.
music just
Let
goes
me
away.
tell you what I'm mad at.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I'm mad at here. So I've had something that I purchased at the Disney parks. It's been sitting in my room for a while, unopened.
You should look at
and
Nick,
I
probably.
And I decide I have props. So yeah. So this has been sitting in my closet, unopened, in the box
Is
for
it
a
a
while,
person?
and I was like, so ever since quarantine started, like I've started making like old Legos that I've had sitting around in boxes and different things like that. So this has been sitting there, and I was like, this is really cool, but I'm just not handy. Like I don't think I'll be able to do this. But so I took quarantine, and I put together one of these, the UGares.
What did you break?
Trains. Well, so all right. So there's like 50 pages in the manual. This is like really intricate. You gotta like wax the pieces and slide them in and make sure all the like gears are working as you go.
What do you have to do to them?
You use it.
Pieces.
You use a candle and you like rub it on the gears so that they smoothly like go, like so that they smoothly like turn, right?
Oh, I'm never
and
buying
so
one
that
of these.
they move in. and so like, all right, so I was building this, it was like weeks, and everything was moving perfectly, and then I got to the very last page and I put this top part in, and now all of a sudden the wheels are locked up and it's not going. I wind up the little thing, let me see, you can hear it, I'm winding up the thing, winding it up, and then
nothing.
It just, nothing happens.
That's a shame.
And so it is, because a lot of work on this. Now it looks super cool, and I'm actually really proud of myself for actually putting this together. But the fact that I can't get the wheels to go, a little bit there. I don't know. Maybe I could do it. But see, it's so hard to like retrace your steps because you can't just easily pull it apart like with Legos. And so
I really want
I can't
the Small World clock face one. I think that's like the coolest thing. But I know other people who bought them and like a piece broke, where it just doesn't work. Like I really want one, but I just know I'm never gonna be able to do it.
Yeah, I could see how it can work, and I was very close. Like I said, I was testing it every step of the way to make sure it still moved. And then I put that last piece on for some reason. I don't know where it is. So I'm going to try to still figure it out, but I'm pretty pissed that I put all that work into it and it won't go. But it looks really cool. Okay. That's what I'm mad at this week.
You know what I'm mad
about? 2 days ago. What's up?
I had 2 movies I was really looking forward to this year, and now they're both not coming out this year. Number one is Jungle Cruise, which has been pushed back a full year for Mulan to take the release date. Why can't Mulan come out next year? Jungle Cruise was already delayed a year. It was already delayed from 2019 to 2020. I have to wait another year now for a movie that's been done? The movie's been done for 18 months. They're just going to sit there with it? Like, just release the movie. And the other one I'm really sad about is Raya and the Last Dragon, because I think it's going to be a huge hit. I just think the whole vibe of that movie I'm excited about. I just think it could be really great. I think it has really good park potential. I think it's some good stuff maybe for Adventureland and Animal Kingdom. And I'm just really excited about the premise and the whole aesthetic of this movie. And so both of these movies, which I think would have given Adventureland some life, now are both next year. And instead we get to see Mulan, which I'm still not going to see anyway. But yeah, great. Mad. Upset.
But that can't be it. You can't just be angry.
That's what I'm mad about.
Yeah, no, but
we can't leave upset, Tom.
No, we probably need to like something.
Everything is better than ever now.
Everything's better than ever now, Tom.
10 emails. I was like, whoa.
Colleen already has 10 emails about the duck, so that's why she's freaking out already. Anyone want to guess what I'm happy about this week?
Gee.
No.
I guess you're a happy New York Times subscriber at this point.
I am very happy about this New York Times piece. I think, obviously, if you watch News Tonight, you know that we are not big Bob Chapek fans, and we have not been for a very, very long time. And so to see the world slowly realize the things that we realized as fans, all of us collectively a long time ago, is magical. I love now seeing it in the mainstream media. I love that hundreds of thousands of people now know Bob Chapek. I'm glad he got this promotion, because now I just feel like there's so many more people who understand. And it just brings me so much joy to watch. Like, I don't even have to start the conversation anymore. I just open Twitter, and there's just people just ranting about him, and I'm like, my work is done. Mission accomplished. And it brings me a lot of joy. It brings me a lot of joy that everyone's coming to that realization now that he's in the spotlight. The narrative has not gone away. That brings me a lot of joy. I'm very happy. Very happy. A bright spot in a dark period for me. Oh, another bright spot is Must Be Joe King just donated $50 since you're all out of ducks to give. I could buy him a full wardrobe. Thank you, Joe. We appreciate it.
I thought you were going to be very happy, like you got a good turnip price in Animal Crossing this week
I got
or something.
Okay. Turnips were 104 on Sunday, and so it was an uphill battle to find the right time to sell this week. Are you even still playing? Anytime I log on, you're not listed as online.
Every day. Every day you should see my I destroyed my island. I feel like a god. I feel like a god. I'm walking around knocking down cliffs, building waterfalls and building rivers.
It's a video game.
See, Nick, I think that's you mentioned destroyed your island, and that's legitimately what I have been doing because I've been playing Jurassic World Evolution, and that's basically what happens in that game. So it's wonderful. I hate Jurassic World, and it is wonderful. It is, and you can buy a DLC for Jurassic Park. It's totally worth your time. It's if you like strategy games, you get to build dinos and they get out, and it's fun.
What kind of strategy is it? Like, are we talking like roller coaster tycoon strategy? Or are we talking okay,
simplified, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah, a lot of building. You get to do all 5 of the islands. So it's.
But Nick, you need to get on Animal Crossing this week at the same time as me because I think I have no less than 1,000 cherries to sell. So we need to make
Sure, and I got to show you some things. Apparently
I'm still
you haven't
not
had
done with the
KK
game. I'm
Spider.
like behind everybody somehow, even though I play every day.
All right, I'll
I
help
haven't
you out there.
finished the game yet.
You still have responsibilities, Tom. Some people don't.
Pete, have you played video games in your life? Yes. You had a Genesis and an N64. What'd you play on 64?
The Mario game, that game, and then I love.
So Super Mario 64.
Yeah, and then the Mario Kart I thought was.
And Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'm a big Mario Kart fan.
No GoldenEye.
GoldenEye I played on Sega, I think, but I loved. Or was it?
No, that's N64.
No, that was X-Files that you played on Sega, if I remember correctly.
It might have been the X-Files.
Oh
No,
man.
I like GoldenEye. Yeah, I like GoldenEye.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
We used to play GoldenEye a lot, and my father would play. And if I switched on, they had a mode where you could turn on the golden gun, and the golden gun was one shot and you're dead. My father would scream, "Tommy, if you turn on that golden gun, I'm tired of this one shot." You know, it's a word I can't say. They just yell about it until we turn it off. And then I think for years after that, we're only allowed to play with rocket launchers. But anyway, I digress. I digress. It is time. Nick, are you running this? I don't know who's running this.
No, actually Jason is, but real quick, I just want to say I'm happy about that the Avatar Wishables came back in stock on Disney Store, and I bought a whole bunch of them. Yeah.
Did you get them yet?
No, I got an email. My shipment was delayed, so I guess it's whatever.
I just ordered them with the pins that came out this week for the free shipping. So I ordered 4.
Because for some reason they were showing sold out. I was really excited that I saw them back. I really like those
Monsters
things.
Inc. ones I think were sold out too. They're both back now.
Hey, before we start this game, does this duck prize contest end at like the end of the show, or the next week?
Next week we'll reveal a winner.
Okay.
So they can email you up until Wednesday night.
Okay, email me up until Wednesday of next week. There's one person who's like within $5.
I imagine people like screenshotted it and they're like looking on like Amazon.
I don't know. I kind of think they're just making up numbers.
Just making up numbers?
Like it's like $77.77.
$77.77. Yeah.
Yeah. Some people think it was hundreds of dollars. I'm glad it looks like that.
It's pretty convincing. If you're looking at it from a distance, you probably think like all these wires are real and not just glued onto the top of the duck. Anyway, I know I'm ruining the mystique.
Everybody thought that was real. I'm sure.
It's definitely just in a blue basket. Oh, the price is on the basket. Oh no.
Oh no! I didn't count the foam.
Where is the foam?
It holds. It's in between.
Oh, there's foam that
so
holds
that it holds it in place.
This is actually a piece of garbage.
What do you mean a piece of garbage?
The labor hours. It should include the labor hours, honestly. Anyway, Nick, the math game, the last ever math game.
Yeah, I'm not as sad this week. It's all good.
No, none of us like. Only Jason likes this game.
But that's
I'm
why
angry
Jason's
about
hosting
things this
it.
week.
Yeah.
No, Jason's mad. Jason's mad about the
I'm
math.
angry.
Jason, are you running this?
Yes, I am.
All right, Jason, take it away. The last
All
ever
right,
math
here we go.
game.
The last ever, at least while Tom's here. All
could
right, so
die.
here we go. No, I mean like you could go away and we'll do it when you're not around.
Like dead.
You're gonna go out of
Like-
town. We're just
or
gonna
like
play the
that.
map game and the math game the whole show.
Over and over. Yes, over and over. That's the plan.
That's such a
anyway, so here we go.
Just the math game, so.
We've got 4 questions in the math game today. One is Walt Disney World, one is Universal Studios, one is SeaWorld, and one is Walt Disney Productions. So
And the
here's how we're
question
going to do
is,
this.
which of these are still in business?
Which of these are open right now? The way that we're going to do this is I'm going to show the first question for Walt Disney World. Then the entire audience can start to calculate. The first person that calls in with the right answer is going to win. So the phone lines are open right now. The first person that calls in with the right answer, we'll put them through live on the air, and they'll win. And then we'll move on to the second question. So we can start this now, and then if you want to like take a commercial break and give people some time to calculate and call in, we can do that. But here we go. First question. For the grand opening of Disney Quest, you received a special lifelong hopper ticket that allows you to visit for Disney Quest for free as long as you visited Discovery Island earlier on that same day. And this is the real Discovery Island, not the thing in Animal Kingdom. The ticket can be used once per month. What is the maximum number of times that you could have gotten into Disney Quest for free using that ticket? Phone lines are open now. 832-7-WDWNT-7. I'll read it again, a little slower. For the grand opening of Disney Quest, you received a special lifelong hopper ticket that allows you to visit Disney Quest for free as long as you visited Discovery Island earlier on that same day. The ticket can be used once per month. What is the maximum number of times you could have gotten into Disney Quest for free using that ticket? And there we go. So we can leave that up for another minute. The phone number's on the screen, 8327. That's right. People should have that memorized by now. And then if you want to hop to a commercial break while we give a chance for people to calculate and call in.
I don't think we have one ready. So.
Oh,
a commercial?
Okay. Well, then we can just sit here and chat. I mean, whatever you want to do.
Do we have any calls already?
We do. We have a caller on the line already.
We should probably just take the call.
All right, let's take the call. This is Eric.
Eric,
you there?
He's not there yet. I think Alicia's talking to him right now.
Okay.
I am.
Eric's here.
Oh, Eric's here. Yay. Eric, what's your answer to this question?
300 times?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
What did he say, 300?
300.
300.
I think the key question was the ticket can be used once per month. We have a couple other people on the phone. Let's put them through. Eric, you can certainly try to call in again for the next question. So
okay.
Keep your pencil ready.
I can't imagine why we're getting rid of this
Let's see.
This is like slow game.
Well, this is great to play along at home.
calming.
It's
Come on, this is
it's much
definitely
easier to
worse.
play along at home with this than it is the map game. I mean, come on.
We had to go overtime for the map game last week. I'm not one to defend the map game.
This is like
we
the
might
opposite
have
of
to
the
go
math game, 'cause
overtime
it's
for this
one
game too.
thing.
I mean,
this is exactly like the math. This is like the opposite because there's one question and there's one answer, and it's not complicated. So that's the difference.
It's not complicated at all. All right, I'm going to put
Why
up
are we
the
showing
hints
me? What? I'm not even involved in this.
Oh, hold on.
I'm going to put up the hints.
There's a question.
Oh, we got Amy on the line. Hello, Amy.
Hey there, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. So I kind of paused this for a second, and I have a really dumb response, but it seems to me that shouldn't the answer just be all of the time? Like, you can go all the time. There is no maximum amount, right? If it's an unlimited,
well,
I don't know.
Well, no, there is, because you can only use the ticket once per month.
Well,
and
yeah,
Disney Quest isn't
month,
open anymore.
Oh, not bad words. You're right.
Yeah, both of these places closed at some point in time.
Let's put the hints up to maybe help people.
Thanks, you guys.
Here we go.
Yeah, no problem.
No
Here
worries
are
for
the
calling.
hints.
Discovery Island opened on April 8th, 1974, and it closed on April 8th, 1999, on its 25th birthday. Not that that matters. Disney Quest opened on June 19th, 1998, and closed on July 2nd, 2017. This being the last ever show of the math game, I thought I'd put some depressing things in the questions today.
Yeah,
so
we're just
these
also
are all
happy
places that are closed. Yep. We have a couple more callers on the line. Remember, you could use the ticket once per month to get into Disney Quest free, but only if you went to Discovery Island earlier in the day. So let's see. I think we've got Jarrett on the line. Jarrett, are you there?
Hey, Jason, what's going on?
Hey, how are you, Jarrett?
Doing good. I did 12 months times 17 years plus 1 and got 205.
I'm sorry, that's not correct.
No, it's not right? Okay, all right.
No,
dude, take it
because
easy. Good
Discovery
talking.
Island closed in 1999.
It's not right. All right, I'm out of here. Nope, it's over. I don't need this.
Sorry, Jarrett. Remember, Discovery Island closed in 1999. So you cannot have gone to Discovery Island and then Disney Quest for 17 years. I think we've got Jake next. Jake, how are you?
Hey, Jason, how are you? Or is it 0?
Good, good. You got an answer for us?
Yes, 11.
11 is correct. Jake wins the first question here on the map game. So let's see. Here's the explanation. You could not have used that ticket until Disney Quest actually opened in June 1998. You could have used it in June 98, July, August, September, October, November, December, once per month, and then 4 times in 1999.
I like how Jason avoided the
January, February, March, and April. And then Discovery Island closed in April of 1999. So there were 11 months between when Disney Quest opened and Discovery Island closed that you could have used that ticket. The right answer was 11. Congratulations, Jake. We'll get your email, and you'll win, I don't know, how many core bucks, Tom?
Give him 20 core bucks.
Give him 20 core bucks. All right. Very good. Are we ready for the next question?
Yeah, let's keep it rolling.
Thank you. Thanks for calling. All right, here we go with the next question. The next question is the Universal Studios category.
Ooh.
If you were born on the day before Universal Studios opened in Florida, and the official opening date, not soft opening. If you were born the day before it opened, and your brother was born on the day Islands of Adventure officially opened, and your sister is younger than you by the same number of days that she's older than your brother, how old will your sister be on her next birthday? I feel like we need music for this.
You know what I don't
Did
miss?
we used to have
School.
music? Well, you know, a lot of people miss school because they're all stuck at home now. My daughter hates it. She's so mad. She wants to go back to school.
She wants to go back.
She's doing the Yeah, the Google Classroom stuff she's got to do, she hates it. She's so mad. Anyway, 8327 WDWNT7. If you have our answer to our second math game question. 8327 WDWNT7.
You were born the day before Universal Studios Florida officially opened, and your brother was born on the day Islands of Adventure officially opened. Your sister is younger than you by the same number of days. She's older than your brother. How old will she be on her next birthday?
Everybody at home is just like reminiscing about the good old map game days.
Map game
Sure
days?
they are.
See, map day.
Let me explain what this would be like if it was map game. If it was map game, it'd be like, oh, it's 11. You got 11. That's 5 maps plus 6 swords. And now you get to go into the Dungeon of Roy Disney. Ooh.
Oh boy. Oh
Nick,
boy.
you missed your
callers yet on this
D&D
one.
guy, I think.
No callers.
No one likes this one because it's universal.
Nick, were you ever a dungeon master in D&D? Because that seems like your style.
Wow.
Actually,
have you ever
no.
done D&D?
I've done some D&D, but
I was gonna say,
I was never
played
heavy
Dungeons
into
and
it.
Dragons.
Well, that's why I love doing the RPG game with show with Tyler. That's super fun.
Yeah.
There's one coming up, right? On the 18th, is that right? No.
It's coming up.
What day is it?
I don't know. Ask Colleen.
Yeah, the 18th.
Colleen's in
18th
charge
at
of the
8 p.m.
schedule.
RPG. Some people are just saying
2
move
days.
along. Oh my god.
All right.
Hashtag
We have
save
a
the
caller.
map game in the chat.
We have a caller.
We have a
do
caller.
have a
Please get
hashtag,
it
too.
right so we can move on.
I think this one's easier than the first one, but we got 2 callers. First caller is Mark. Let's talk to Mark.
Hi.
Hello, Mark.
Hi.
You have an answer for
Good
us?
evening. 26.
Good evening.
26.
26. Well, let's see. So first we've got the hint. The hint is Universal Studios opened on June 7th, 1990. Islands of Adventure opened on May 28th, 1999. The correct answer is 26.
Good job.
Right.
Very good.
Nice work, Mark. First caller
Thank you.
gets it. He should get bonus. He should get like 25 core bucks.
Oh my god. You want me to be
So-
poor?
Well,
20 core
so
bucks
here's
for a
how we
correct answer.
calculated that. The number of days between the 2 openings. If your sister is the same number of days younger than you, as she's older than your brother, you just divide that in half, and you add 1639 days. That would make her born on December 1st, 1994. Her next birthday, which is this December, she will be 26 years old.
Too old for
There we
Nick.
go. Congratulations, Mark. What did you say?
Said too old for Nick.
Oh, oh boy.
Nick's like, I read the script right, and this is the thanks I get.
There you go.
Okay, I have a math
All right.
question.
You have a math question.
Am I counting the hours it took me to make the duck?
Will that make a lot of people wrong?
Yeah, I think that'll
No,
put
then
it
don't
too
count
much.
the man hours.
Okay,
We didn't say
No,
that.
just
second
supplies.
question.
They'd have to know what you make an hour.
Right, that's true. Which sometimes I don't know because no one tells me.
Oh, Jason. Yeah, Jason.
And Jason's like, I thought Tom told you.
What?
That was a wonderful conversation.
Save it
Second-
for the roast.
Second question. What about stuff that like I didn't buy but we already had?
No, you still got to factor in because you're looking at the whole.
I know, but it's
Thing.
it's like excess hardware from other things that we had bought. So like I don't know.
Well, you know when you do a
general
marble,
value
you know when you do a jar of marbles and you do a count, that includes everything that's you can't see.
But
in
some
that
stuff
jar.
on here is just actual like garbage.
It's like there's just screws.
There's
and
like I don't even know what this
I
is.
don't know. There's
cost
just
money.
random stuff I
If we
found
switch back here, like
in
I
the
don't even
closet.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know what these plates are.
It's just stuff I found.
I don't know what the thing
All
that
of
the
that
duck
costs
call is
something.
on top of.
Here, hand it to me. I gotta look at the duck. Everyone else is doing math. I'm doing math.
All right, the next math problem,
Let's move on to
please.
the next math game question. This one is about SeaWorld.
How many liens have been put on SeaWorld?
Oh, jeez. No, this is going back to the good old days of SeaWorld, too. When there was free beer.
Good old days?
You visited SeaWorld. Yeah, when there was free beer.
There were Jaws 3D days, so those count.
You visited SeaWorld Orlando on New Year's Eve each year since Journey to Atlantis opened. That was a good year, too. If you drank 2 free beers on each visit, while the park was owned by a brewery, how many pints of beer did you get for free? Assume the free beers were 5.1 ounces.
Know the bartender?
No, two free beers. Tom likes it.
I just
He's
love
full
the
of
idea of
compliments
like
tonight.
the free beers and the ounces into pints. It's fun. It's a fun one. I also like original Journey to Atlantis because it was a so bad it's good ride.
Oh, so
and then
good.
they like tried to fix it a couple years ago. Now it's just boring and bad, which is sad.
Like Journey to Imagination.
Well, they got rid
was
of the
great,
Beetlejuice
and then they tried
music
to fix it.
and the crazy old guy who would yell, "Hermes, Hermes will guide you. Hermes, show them the way." And he's gone now, which is very sad.
It's very sad.
Journey to your Atlantis.
8327 WDWNT7.
Journey to your Atlantis. And then Journey to Atlantis with Hermes. Third version.
No, without Hermes. Without Hermes.
Oh, I miss Hermes.
We got
Show
one call
them
coming
the
in
way.
already.
We have callers?
We have 2 people on the line
Wow,
right
that was
now.
quick. I'm surprised. This one seems a little complicated. Like you at least need some time.
Not too much. Wait
You
till we
gotta
get to the
figure out
4th one. The
brewery
4th.
years. You got to do conversion.
Nathan, you should get a commercial queued up. Nathan,
Sure,
you should
I
get a
can go to
commercial
commercial
queued
break
up
at any
because the
time.
4th one, people are going to need some time.
Yeah, that's fine. We can do that.
Okay.
That ain't no thing.
We've got Eric on the line.
Hello.
Hey. You got an answer for?
I think so. 9.56 pints.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Oh.
Thanks for calling. Please try again on the next one. I'm going to put up the hint now. We do have another caller on the line, but here's the hint. Journey to Atlantis opened in 1998, in April, I believe. In 2000, Bell in Bev bought Anheuser-Busch, leading to the sale of SeaWorld and Busch Gardens to a private equity firm the next year. We've got David on the line. Let's talk to David. Hello, David.
Hi. Hi. How you doing?
Hey, you got an answer for us?
Yes. Is it 224?
I'm sorry, 224 is incorrect. That's a lot of beer. 224 pints.
That's
Or as
called a
Pete
peak
calls
weekend.
it Saturday.
Yeah. You
All
know,
right,
there's a
we've got
stereotype
2 more
when 2
people
people
on the
not in
line.
the same place get the same joke.
Do we have another caller?
We do. We have 2 more callers. As soon as Alicia puts them through. Oh, we got 4 more callers right now for this one.
It's a riveting.
I think our next caller is going to be. Next caller is going to be Matthew. Matthew, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing well, thanks. How's your calculator doing tonight?
I think it did good. So here's my calculation. 112.2.
That's ounces. but the question asked for pints.
I say
So
give
I'm
him a
going to
minute
give
to
you
convert
15
it.
seconds. Yeah.
Oh, oh man.
The key
I
is
have
you have
faith
to
that
know
you can
how
look
many
up how to convert
ounces
to
are in a
pints
pint.
and do it quickly.
I don't know if I can do the
Actually, you could,
calculate. Wait, how many ounces
You can
are in
just-
a pint? That's
Google it.
0.2.
if you go to Google and just type
People
in
just yelling
112 ounces to pints, it actually gives you the right answer.
Okay. 16 ounces in a pint.
That's right.
Yay.
Is this going to get us copyright dinged?
Now we
If I
just
hum
need to
the
know how many
Jeopardy theme?
pints you drank at SeaWorld.
Roll the tree of dice.
Stop it.
I should have worked in the tree of dice to this.
Nope.
I didn't think about that.
I'm going to end that next.
Oh, man. Matthew, you have an answer.
Wait a minute. Hang on a second. You said, wait, I Googled 112.2 ounces. Like,
Yep, to pints.
to a pint.
Yeah.
I got 16.
Now, there's 16 ounces in a pint. You asked Google the wrong question.
I'm getting really confused.
I'm going to give this to him anyway. I'm going to give this to him. We're going to put up the answer.
Give it to him.
He did. So 10.2 ounces of beer every year because you drank 2
7.
beers for 11 years, 98 to 2008. So you had 112.2 ounces, which you got right. That translates into 7 pints plus a little bit. But congratulations, Matthew. You got the hard work done. We're not going to fault you for not knowing how to divide by 16. So we're going to give you some core bucks anyway. Stay on the line, and Alicia will get your email address.
All right.
Thank you.
Time for the final question.
The
Last
final
ever
question,
math game
I'm going to put this
ever.
question up.
Thank God. What is
I'm going to
it?
put
Please
this
end
final
this
question up.
misery.
3 plus 3.
Then, Nathan, we're going to go to a commercial then while people can calculate
We
this?
can't keep the image up, though, while they're on commercial.
No, so they better take a screenshot or something. I mean, that's what people do, isn't it?
Yeah,
My favorite part of game shows when you at home have to do work.
Draw the screen.
Here's
I mean,
the
we
question.
are legitimately asking them to do math problems, so at the very least they can take a snapshot of this, I think.
Here's the question.
Get a screenshot now.
You bought 100 shares of Walt Disney Production stock on the day that the Magic Kingdom opened. And you bought another 100 shares on the day that Epcot Center opened. You sold those shares a week before Bob Chapek became CEO because you knew what was coming and you knew the stock was going to tank. How many Disney Premier Passes could you buy with your profit? And ignore tax on the Premier Passes. Don't worry about the sales tax because it's not easy to figure out anyway.
Wow.
There's the question.
You really outdone yourself for the last question.
I tried my best. You've got
100
shares
the day the Magic Kingdom
Go ahead,
opened.
you can read it.
And another 100 on the day that Epcot Center opened, and then you sold them, probably a good idea, a week before Bob Chapek became CEO. How many Disney Premier Passports could you buy with your profit? Current price on the Premier Passport, right?
That's current price, today's
Okay.
price.
No tax.
No tax. Because the tax is complicated anyways.
All right, you have 10 seconds to take a picture of the screenshot because we're taking a commercial break. And we come back, we're going to find out who actually knows the answers to this. Well, I'll do what I got to do when we come back, and then we'll come back to this. How about that?
Sounds good.
Here we go. Commercial break. Figure it out.
Hello, I'm Michael Eisner, former chairman and chief executive officer of the Walt Disney Company.
And I'm Mickey Mouse, former mascot of the Walt Disney Company.
Former?
Well, I'm furloughed, pal.
Anyway, when I heard of the park closures due to the COVID-19 pandemic, I was concerned for my buddy, Mickey. But after getting a panic call from Donald, I learned that it was worse than I could ever imagine. As it turns out, hundreds of Disney animatronics and characters, face and fur alike, have fallen on desperate times.
You see, folks, everyone in the Magic Kingdom is starving. There isn't a churro to be found. It's awful. Rapunzel has sold her hair to Universal Studios' wig department and is scheduled to host a pay-what-you-can Facebook Live How to Survive Quarantine tutorial.
How about that, folks? Sad. Just sad.
Even Pinocchio has been lying non-stop in an effort to make his nose keep growing back.
Keep growing back?
Yeah, he keeps hacking it off each time and selling it to the lumberyard as scrap wood.
That's too bad.
And it gets even worse. The It's a Small World dolls have started a mutiny. I was told that Gus Gus has lost 20 pounds in just 3 days. The redhead has turned back to her old ways for rum money, and last I heard, Peter Pan has been forced to get a job as a travel agent at, I guess I'll have to grow up vacations. I even heard that Snow White is considering auctioning off the dwarves, one at a time.
And that's not all, folks. Even our fan favorite, right here, the Maestro himself, has been hit hard by this unprecedented turn of events. Tell the nice people at home what you're doing now, Mick.
Oh, gee, I don't know, Michael.
It's okay. Go ahead. Tell them. Now that you're out of work due to the recent park closures, you're
the newest member of the Chuck E. Cheese's band, since they're open for takeout.
And?
Oh, Michael.
Tell them your stage name.
You said I didn't have to.
Come on, pal. It's for a good cause. If your fans want to come cheer you on.
You can find me performing at strip malls across America under the stage name.
Go on.
Ranch Dressing Ray.
You see, folks at home, it's right here. This right here is why we need your donation now more than ever, before this spreads to Epcot and beyond.
Luckily, they don't have many animatronics left.
Please, dig deep into your pockets and sponsor a cast member today. Our lovely volunteers are waiting by the phones to accept your generous and impactful donations. Thank you. And remember, there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, or something along that line. Come on, Mickey. Here's some Topps trading cards. Now let's go watch some BoJack Horseman.
While you're enjoying the program you're listening to or watching right now, did you know that WDWNT.com has even more original programs you could be enjoying? Like
Dreamfinders is WDW News Today's podcast all about the creative culture surrounding Disney parks. Curious what it's like to read poetry about the Haunted Mansion? Well, we've talked to someone who has. How about what it takes to actually build a Disney castle? We've chatted with a guy who did just that. Authors, Imagineers, dancers, actors, photographers, filmmakers, and a whole lot more have all stopped by to chat about how Disney has inspired their artistic work. Dreamfinders. Episodes drop every other Tuesday on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcatcher.
4 panelists, 30 minutes, 1 week in Disney Parks news. This is Parks Center. Park Center, the panel and I cover the top 7.
7?
Yeah, 7 Disney park stories of the past week. From attraction news to transportation scandals to new food and merchandise, we'll cover it all in 30 minutes or less. You can watch us stream live every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. at WDWNtunes.com, watch episodes on demand at youtube.com/WDWNT, or subscribe to the audio version of the show on your favorite podcast app.
Ride Rehab is the podcast of ridiculously reskinning, refurbishing, and even removing Disney attractions, shows, areas, and parks. Can we cram Star Wars or Marvel into anything else? Just listen and find out. Visit riderehab.com to start listening now. That's riderehab.com.
WDWNT Nerd Alert is the podcast that encompasses all things Marvel and Star Wars in a fun and entertaining format. On each episode, we take a look at the latest news, provide reviews for the latest feature films, inform you about what is going on in the comic book world, and discuss and debate original topics pertaining to the worlds of Marvel, Star Wars, and beyond. Find us on various podcast applications by searching for WDWNT Nerd Alert.
The WDW News Today podcast is the one that started them all. Join us for comprehensive history segments, heated debates, epic countdowns, and more from the Disney theme parks around the globe. Just search for WDW News Today in whatever podcast service you choose.
Last but certainly not least is WDWNT's premiere show, WDW News Tonight. Join us every Thursday night at 9 p.m. for a live weekly audio and video show that combines the latest headlines, comedy, trending vacation topics, call-in games, and in-depth discussions to bring Disney fans a one-of-a-kind 2-hour program covering the Disney parks. If you can't catch the show live, you can always watch it later on YouTube or listen to it through your desired podcast service.
Get more info on all of these shows and more online at WDWNT.com, the worldwide leader in Disney parks news and entertainment. Welcome back to WDW News Tonight. We're live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, Moople.
Oh, we're on Moople now.
We're on Moople now.
Moople.
WDWNtunes.com. Wherever you're joining us, thank you for joining us. And don't worry, we'll be here for the next couple of weeks as well. Let's take a look at what's coming up on the show in the next couple of weeks. Maybe.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
There we go. Coming up next week, Liquid Magic with Pete and Nick. Woo! You know what you guys are making yet?
It's top secret.
It's top secret. They don't have no idea.
Top secret.
Yep.
Hey,
Next
by
week
the
also
way, well, I was just saying there's another Cooking with Nick tomorrow, and I'm making a drink there as well.
Well, we'll talk about that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
Also next week on News Tonight, top 7 bars and lounges at Walt Disney World, bad Disney tattoos, and oh no, it's everyone's favorite game. I don't know, do we have it ready this week?
We do.
Train of Thought's back next week as well. On April 30th, it's a very special edition of the show, a spectacular journey into the movies, our tribute to the Great Movie Ride as part of WDWNT's annual Disney's Hollywood Studios Appreciation Week. So make sure you join us for that. April 30th, it's going to be a big special show, which will include the Family Feud and the top 7 Great Movie Ride scenes. We're going to fight for what was the best scene in the Great Movie Ride. On May 7th, we have Bad Orlando Skywriting, the debut on this show of Card Parks, and the too old discussion. Things we feel like we're too old to still do at the park.
Wow, yes.
And then on May 14th, the only thing I could share with you, May 14th show is going to be the return of WDWNT The Match Game on May 14th. Lots of good shows coming up. We got lots of other stuff going on, though. There is our homemade nighttime spectacular competition, which I believe ends next week. We're going to air that on next week. That's on next week's show also, actually. So that's on next week's show. We're going to show what you guys have submitted. To get the full rules, go to WDWNT.com and search Homemade Nighttime Spectacular. You'll find the post with all the rules, how Katie wants you to submit them, and all that fun stuff. But next week, we're looking forward to watching your Homemade Nighttime Spectaculars. The winner will get 100 core bucks. There'll be some prizes for the runners-up as well. Whatever nighttime spectacular in the history of the Disney parks anywhere around the world is eligible. I'm really looking forward. We had some early submissions that I really love. This is going to be a lot of fun next week. Meanwhile, coming up on WDWNT Live, our daily live shows while the Disney parks around the world are closed on Friday, April 17th, tomorrow at 11 a.m., Cooking with Nick. Nick, what are you making?
I am making something from the, let's see, you caught me off guard here. They shouldn't have, because you said, hey, we're going to be talking about this in a second. I am making a soup and a salad dish. It's some, I can't find it. There we go. Portobello cappuccino bisque from the Napa Rose restaurant at the Disney Grand Californian. And then also going to be making a salad from Gico.
Oh, I love that
at the
salad.
Animal Kingdom launch. It's like the cucumber one. I forget the exact name of it, but I have the yeah. So I'm going to be making that, and I'm going to be making a drink as well. I'm not sure about the drink yet. Last week, or actually a couple days ago, that's when I set the drink on fire. That I made the flaming Spanish coffee. And that went over really well. Cracked the glass, but it still tasted delicious.
Wow! Especially the glass.
So, yeah. I made a tuna fish dip a couple days ago. It was kind of weird, but I'm going a little bit more contemporary this time.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
Cool. Tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. It's Whose Cue Is It Anyway? That's our take on Whose Line Is It Anyway? On Saturday, April 18th, 11 a.m., Locked In with Eric Morton. You'll find him there every Saturday at 11. 8 p.m. on Saturday is WDWNT, the RPG, the Tomorrowland travesty that's airing Saturday night. Sunday is, I can't believe, I guess I named this show. I didn't know they were going to go with it. 11 a.m. on Sunday, We Love the Prequels with Nick and Jessica. It's a Star Wars show.
The description Jessica wrote is, we just love the prequels.
Yep. We love the prequels with Nick and Jessica. Pete's never seen them. 11 a.m. Sunday. 8 p.m. Sunday, Pressing Issues is back. We've been getting a lot of great feedback. Thank you guys for tuning in. Our new long-form discussion show airing on Sunday. Monday at 11 a.m., Colleen's Craft Corner. She's making sock puppets, just like we do right here on News Tonight for great moments in history.
It was requested. People want sock puppets.
There you go, sock puppets. 9 p.m. Monday, Cosmic Read Live, taking your Disney Parks requests and more. And then on Tuesday, we have a real big event on Tuesday night. It is the roast of me. The roast of Tom Corliss, a special start time that's 10 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, April 21st. The roast of Tom Corliss. I told people I was going to reveal some of the Deus members tonight. So first of all, the Master of Ceremonies is Pete Carney. Show the image during this because I have to go look at a board that's not on camera. So show that. Pete Carney is the Master of Ceremonies. Joining us on the dais will be Jason and Jill Diffendahl, Jessica Figueroa, Nicholas Cicero, Scott Smith, and some WDWNT alumni as well, Chris Lestraps, Brandon Struve, and then some other people. Patrick Hackett, Ron Deanna. Jason, do we know if we have the person you asked?
I think so, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, I'm not going to announce it then yet. And I think Eric Morton reluctantly agreed as well. So there is at least one surprise still there. But those people and more will be on the dais. Again, the roast, oh boy, the roast of Tom Corliss, April 21st at 10 p.m. Eastern. What a nightmare. All right.
That show's going to be like 4 hours.
Like this one. Why don't we get back to the math game?
Speaking of 4 hours, let's put up the question one more time. Here's the question, the final question ever of the math game. You bought 100 shares of Disney production stock on the day the Magic Kingdom opened, and another 100 shares on the day that Epcot Center opened. You sold those shares a week before Bob Chapek became CEO because you were smart. How many Disney Premier Passports could you buy with your profit? Ignore tax in your calculations. I'm going to go ahead and put the hint up, and then we're going to put some people live on the air. The hint, there's the stock price on October 1st, 1971, and October 1st, 1982, and the stock price February 18th, 2020. So there you go. I'm going to put some people live. First, we got Mandy. Hey, Mandy. Hello, Mandy. Do we have Mandy?
Oh, Mandy. You called and then didn't answer.
While we're waiting on Mandy, the chat wants me to give you a haircut.
Does my hair look that bad already?
I don't know. They're just really concerned about your hair, and am I going to cut it for you?
I know it's going to get bad soon.
Can we do it live?
That's what they want. They want me to cut your hair live on the show.
That's a great live show.
No.
Colleen's Craft Corner.
We're not doing that.
During the
Colleen's
roast.
Craft Corner. How to,
You're not cutting my hair.
They want
how
me
to
to
cut
give you a
hair.
haircut.
No.
I don't want to. I'm just letting you know.
That's got to be its own special show.
I'm not letting anyone touch my hair.
He
All
loses his
caps.
power
All
if you
caps.
cut his hair. That's the thing.
Somebody read the Bible.
Mandy, Mandy, are you there yet?
That would be me.
Mandy's not there. I don't know. We might have lost Mandy. I'm going to see if our next caller, Fred. Fred, are you there? We don't have Fred either.
Maybe it's our
Nathan,
phone
did you
line.
mute the audio or something?
Try now.
How many people are on this phone
Yep.
line?
Oh, there's Mandy.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, there's Mandy.
You can hear me?
No,
Yeah, there we go.
Nathan had you muted.
I have
Hello.
to mute lots of things. I only have
Hi.
3 windows currently up. Hard shit.
All right, Mandy, you have an answer for us.
I do. I have 10.6.
Oh, that's very close, but I'm sorry, it's not the right answer.
Yeah,
It's all
that's
right.
all
She
right.
has 7,000 core bucks. She'll be fine.
She does. We also have Fred. Fred, are you there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, we can hear you. Do you have an answer for us, Fred?
I have 12.
12 is the right answer.
Good
Congratulations, Fred. You will
Awesome.
win some core bucks from us. Here's the answer. Here's how we calculated it. Actually, the stock price when you bought it was so low that it's irrelevant to the calculation. So actually, you could have ignored all of that and just taken the total number, the total amount of money you got when you sold those 200 shares of stock was $27,828. You only paid like $229 for the stock, and since a Premier Passport is $2,199, that $229 you paid for the stock is completely irrelevant to the answer. So $27,828 divided by $21.99 is 12 passes. There's some decimal amount, but you can't have a decimal amount of passes. So 12 is the right answer, but congratulations, Fred.
Thank you.
Hashtag do not save the math game.
Actually, that's very interesting because that's...
No,
Here we go.
Also,
save the
they
math
said,
game.
Save
Why
the
both
map
of
game,
them?
save the
Get
math
them outta here.
game.
also, many people said they would donate money if I cut
Donut?
your donate.
They will donut!
They will donate money if I cut your hair live on air.
No, leave my hair
They
alone.
want this.
That would be awesome.
I should mention the last answer there was 12, correct? That was the same amount of people who are still watching on Twitter. I just checked. So math game really works.
Yep.
Can we divide Tom's head into like squares, like a grid, and then we have people pick the coordinates and we shave off the little pieces? See what's
And we shave
underneath,
those
and then people win
squares.
prizes. Yeah.
I'm going to roast you people so bad.
We'll,
Save the match
If anybody
game.
wants any coreless
What can
DNA,
I possibly say about you guys? Oh, man.
we chopped off his hair, and what do you get? Coreless DNA.
We're going to take a commercial break.
I think what will be the most fun is the roast with no hair. I think you should just shave his head before the roast.
Let me know when you guys are done, and we'll go to commercial. Good? All right. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk about our one last Disney day. How would we spend a last Disney day at any Disney park in the world? We come back tonight. I'm being stung repeatedly.
There's a bee. Oh.
Why is there a bee?
It's very cold out. They've come in.
What do we do? Get off!
Well, bees hate water.
You can't do that. Because all our hives have
Could have
been
remembered the
destroyed.
script, by the way. Thanks, B.
The script.
You didn't go to CityWorks, B.
I'm a space bee!
Oh, no. Not the space!
My fourth Disney trip of 2020 was canceled, and my one-woman authorized travel agency isn't getting any business with this closure. Help me, Ganondola.
Was your 500th in a lifetime Disney vacation canceled? Are you being selfish during a world crisis and want restitution for your losses as a travel agent? Call 1-777-777-7777 for the law offices of Ganondola.
Hello, I'm Bud G. Gunn.
And I'm Roz Dola.
How dare the Walt Disney Company cancel your dream vacation? We say you make them pay for it.
We'll fight for you until you get a complimentary stay inside the Cinderella Castle Suite, because your trip cancellation is more important than anyone else's.
We may all be practicing social distancing, but why don't you try some money closening?
We'll even get you some extra fast passes.
It's going to be so busy when the parks reopen that you're going to need them.
Do you even believe what you're saying anymore?
Nope.
Ganondola also handle wrongful termination cases for CEOs appointed just before a global crisis where the former CEO knew it was coming. Call 1-777-777-7777 for you to get the justice you don't actually need right now.
Welcome back. Who do we got joining us for this panel? Who we got? I don't know who's here.
All sorts of good people.
Who we got? Put them
Here,
on
we'll
camera.
bring it on up.
Joining me for this discussion, we got Nathan Hartman and Nick Cicero, obviously. We also got Eric Morton.
Hello.
From Park Center. What? Ben Harris?
Hey, everyone.
You're on the wrong show.
We only have like a minute to answer a piece. That's how this works.
And Pete Carney.
Steve Acco, everyone.
Do you actually have a mic on?
I have mics and I have a camera. If they're not working, that's not on me.
Okay, I'm just making sure. All right, so the discussion is one last Disney day. I wanted people to essentially, if you knew you had only one day left, either like, I don't know, try to be less than morbid, but when we came up with last week's and this week's discussions, the idea was, oh, it's the last map game and the last math game, so we should do like these, you know, final discussions, like what's the last meal you'd have, how would you spend the last day. Then this world crisis started, but I didn't want to change the discussions because I really like them. So if you had only one day for the rest of your life to spend in a Disney park, how would you spend that final day is what I want to know. So why don't we start with our guest. Ben is our guest tonight on News Tonight.
Hey, Ben.
So Ben, before you start yelling that I'm the devil, why don't you tell everybody how you would spend your last day at a Disney park?
Oh, come on. I'm not the guy who says you're the devil. I'm just the guy who gives them a
You're
platform
the guy who
to say it.
facilitates it.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. So I feel like starting the day off would probably involve rope dropping at Hollywood Studios, just because like it's the only place you can, the only way that you can do Galaxy's Edge at this point. So you kind of have to start off there. Get in Tower, get in Rock and Roller Coaster. I enjoy it. Get in probably Toy Story Mania once while I'm there, and then hopefully get an early boarding pass, use it there. Get lunch at Brown Derby, because heck yes. Probably this is the last time ever I'm gonna get a cheeseburger and ask if I can get a Cobb salad on the side to go with it.
Why don't you just have
that Cobb salad is amazing.
They have the appetizer Cobb.
Yeah. And then from there, I'm running over to Animal Kingdom, because like I enjoy Pandora so much. It is a wonderful place. I enjoy being there, and I love seeing it at night, especially. So probably the rest of my day would be spent waiting in line for Flight of Passage. Ride that, get out at night, just slowly enjoy the land at night. Hopefully everything's working correctly. But that land at night, the first time I was there, I got in line while the sun was still up. I got out of line after the sun had gone down, and it was just beautiful to walk around that place with hardly any people around. And that's what I would want, like, my last memory of the parks to be, is just that whole land lit up.
All right, that's a good one. So Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. 5 years ago, people would have laughed at you.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, 5 years ago, Hollywood Studios would have probably been mine anyway. Thank you, Ben. Eric Morton.
I'm going out to the West Coast if I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to go to any park in the world. Yeah.
Oh, we know where Tom's
going.
You're damn right
Well,
you know
yeah,
where Tom's going.
But you can't go to like parks at different parts of the world on the same.
No, it has to be realistic, but you can go.
You can't.
Wherever to that one destination.
You can't go back in time.
No, we're not going back in time either. No.
My earliest memories, some of my earliest memories, period, are at Disneyland when I was, 2 years old. We drove halfway across the country to go to Disneyland. So to me, it holds a special place in my heart. I would start the day. I would rope drop at DCA. Go ride, go straight into Cars Land, hit maybe Flo's V8 Cafe for breakfast while I waited for my Fast Pass. Hopefully, if I had one.
Brioche French toast, man.
Yeah, the brioche French toast. I'm gonna go there and then ride Radiator Springs Racers, hop around the park a bit. But most of my day is going to be, we'll get back to DCA, but most of my day is going to be across the way at Disneyland. I have indelible memories of the Autopia when I was, too young to drive the car myself, but I could still smell the gas. And I recall being very young, us walking up to the Haunted Mansion for the first time when I was a kid. And I was the kid that pulled down on a safety bar, and it said, "Do not pull down on a safety bar." And I was like, "Whoa!" My mind was blown. The sense of wonder at Disneyland back then was really important. So I want to do that again. I also remember going on Big Thunder and some guy screaming, "Don't go in there! There's wild dogs!" And I really thought there were wild dogs on the ride. Anyway, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, a favorite. We're gonna go to Blue Bayou for lunch. Food's not that good, but it's a pretty cool environment. It's my last day, so that's where I'm going. Then I don't know if I have time to take the Walk in Walt's Footsteps tour or not. If so, I'd give it a shot. Then around dinner time, we got to go back across to Carthay Circle for dinner and wrap up parks with World of Color that night. And then on the way out, stop at Uva Bar there in the center of downtown Disney for a couple cocktails on the way back to my hotel. And that's a wrap.
So you're going to end all of your Disney parks existence with the Uva Bar.
Just a cocktail on the way back to my hotel. I don't need anything. I don't need anything special. The whole
Yeah, I was thinking.
I don't know. Okay, so
Even
I do like
so,
Sam's.
I'd rather go to Hearthstone Lounge if anything.
Not your day.
Yeah. Okay, but
what do you like
I've
about?
done
No, because
Sam's
I've never heard anyone stand up for Uva Bar. What do you like about Uva Bar?
I just like that. I like that vibe. You sit there, you're in the middle. There's people that are leaving, walking past you, but it's still kind of quiet and secluded. And I spent like a half a day there before.
I miss people walking past me. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, yeah. All right.
I do miss people.
Trader, well, yeah, but I'm isolated from them. I'm in a bar, you know. They gotta go around.
There's 6 feet of bush between you. And
trust me, the last time I stayed at the Disneyland Hotel for like a week, my bar tab from Trader Sam's, my room charges were like $1,000. I've spent a lot of time at Trader Sam's. I love it. Sure, we'll stop there too.
You can't take the money with you, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll spend it all.
It turns
into $4 at midnight. Yeah.
Oh boy, Pete, go.
Me?
Yeah, I'm afraid to ask.
No. So
sorry, we're interrupting your busy work over there.
I'm hanging out with people in the chat. Thank you, Gelatoni. So the rules are, just to be fair, it's current day, but money is no limitation, right?
No, money is no limitation.
Yeah, I just want to make sure. All right, so I mean, this isn't too far off from like days I've had, but. I would get the earliest reservation time at Ohana before the parks open, and I would have breakfast at Ohana at the Polynesian.
Have you had the breakfast?
Yeah, I really like it.
Okay.
I know there's probably a lot of other better places for breakfast, but it kind of lends into my plan because I've also factored in time from place to place.
Yeah.
Because I'll be doing a lot of moving around. But I love it there. I love the Pog. I love the French toast. I love the characters. I love the atmosphere. I'm just a big fan of the Polynesian. I think it's the best way to start your day. I mean, getting laid to start your day. You walk into the hotel, you walk over to Ohana. It's perfect. Big fan of Ohana.
Wait, they can't hear Pete.
They can't hear.
What are they talking about?
Where is your mic?
My mic is on, unless Nathan.
Where are you wearing?
He's on.
It's on.
He's as on as could be.
It's up here. You won't hear. It's the same thing because I'm looking this direction.
Well, they can't hear.
Is it turned on?
It's turned on. I'm telling you, it's turned on.
I'm literally getting a signal. He is on.
But I'm saying it's. I didn't want it to rub. I was looking down. You would hear it there.
Can they hear him now?
Can you hear Pete now?
Is there a big difference?
Yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, I was going to Ohana in the morning. Let's go faster here. From there, I have to hit all 4 parks. This is my last day at Disney. I am fitting
Someone
all 4.
commented, Tom, you like the breakfast? Okay.
It's actually, I know it's not the best breakfast on property. It's the one I like, and this is my day.
That's fine.
From there,
we're still going to judge everyone's choice.
Yeah, of course. I wouldn't expect anything less.
That would be your day.
Over to Rope Drop Hollywood Studios. I would hit probably 3 or 4 of my favorite rides, and then I would do the earliest lunch.
What rides are you hitting? We want detailed plans. We want to know what's important to you.
I'm going to assume I also have fast passes. So I'm going to set up
realistic fast pass.
Yeah. So what I would do is I would do probably Runaway Railway.
Everything else is the same tier, so you can't.
Voyage of Little Mermaid.
It doesn't matter. But here's what I would do. I would be the first one to the park. I would run down. I would do Tower. I would probably skip Rock and Roller Coaster. I would go as fast as I can. Go do probably Slinky. I would use a fast pass on Mickey and Minnie, and I'd have a boarding group for the new Star Wars ride, Rise of the Resistance. I would then get the earliest possible lunch with an Imagineer that day happens to be going on. So I would do lunch with an Imagineer at Brown Derby for the earliest time and talk about how it's my last day. We would have a wonderful early lunch at the Brown Derby. From there, I'd run over to Epcot. I would, if I can, get a fast pass or get on Soarin'. I would do Soarin' one last time, and then I would do a last lap around the World Showcase, saying goodbye to everyone and having a few cocktails. From there, I would run and do the earliest. Oh, I'm sorry. From there, I would run and do Animal Kingdom quick. I'd kind of pop in. I would want to do the safari if I could get a fast pass. If not, I would just do that quick and probably Flight of Passage and Everest. Those are my 3. I'd have to wait in some lines. It's the middle of the afternoon. From there, I would do the earliest possible seating for Hoop-Dee-Doo. It's one of my favorite things to do, especially with a group. So I would do the earliest Hoop-Dee-Doo. I think it's like around 5-ish, 5:30. From there, I would take the boat. I love that boat ride. The sun would be setting into the Magic Kingdom. I don't even care what rides I do at the Magic Kingdom. I would just want to do them with whoever I'm with. I would just want to take in the Magic Kingdom. I'd spend a lot of time walking up down Main Street. I'd go into the shops. If we go on rides, we go on rides. But I would stay until Happily Ever After. Enjoy that with whatever family and friends are with me. From there, I know I've already had an early dinner at Hoop-de-Doo, but I am hungry again, and it's my last day, so I'm going to fatten up. I would take all my closest friends and family, and we would go do the chef's table at Victoria and Albert's at the last possible reservation time after Happily Ever After. We'd show up a little late. I would say I'm very sorry, and I would enjoy the chef's table at Victoria and Albert's. From there, we would have lots of wine, obviously, and we would take that buzz right over to Jelly Rolls, where me and everyone I'm with would enjoy Jelly Rolls.
Cameron said, Pete, Disney's open from like 9 to 5. No way you're going to have time for all
No. This is when Disney, this is the golden era. This is when like a 7 or 8 a.m. start to like 10 p.m. finish. I would go to Jelly Rolls, and then what I would do is I'd want everyone to be staying over at Port Orleans, Riverside, or French Quarter. I would want to go either see Yeehaw Bob or hang at Scat Cats like super late. This is 2 a.m.
Oh, no.
Pass out.
No.
That's it.
So the fireworks have got to be at like 9.
Fireworks are at 9.
Your Victoria and Albert's reservation's got to be like 9:30. 9:30.
2 hours. That's 11:30.
It's 11:30. Then you're going to Jelly. Your transit time to Jelly Rolls. You're not going to be there till 12.
Till 12.
How long are you going to be at Jelly Rolls?
We're there for an hour.
So it's 1 now.
Yeah. And then I would go over to like Scat Cats just to like, and after
for one last drink.
Like one last drink with everybody, and we stumble to our rooms, and that's the perfect last day.
All right. Why people think I don't like? I like the Port Orleans hotels. People are saying I'm raising my eyebrows at the. I was just raising my eyebrows at him trying to accomplish all this in one evening.
I only said staying there. It's not just my favorite hotel. It's just I like, and again, all of us would be with friends and family because I'm about people with experiences. Not just, I wouldn't want to do all this alone like I would do it, but it'd be more fun with family and friends. And I like the fact that if I know everyone's staying right near Scat Cats, like on property, you can stay there till right up until 2. Everyone just does like a little stumble to the room. What a day! And you pass out. That's like the dream.
If you stayed at Pop Century, you could run into LeBron James in the hallway.
I don't want him as part of my day.
Pete, I was with you till you said you were doing it with friends and family, and I'm like, no, you can't drag multiple people along at that pace. That's not happening.
I don't care if people tag in and out throughout that day. I would make it.
Okay,
this
fair.
is, I'm going to say 6 a.m. until 2:30 a.m. I've done it before.
Okay. Nathan Hartman.
Well, I did not go the route of get as much in as I possibly could, because I know I've done those days and I end up just feeling like, what did I actually enjoy? Like I just took in a lot of stuff really quickly. So what I ended up doing was I started to think of it in a different way. Like, what do I love? What can I walk around and enjoy? Where can I how can I find peace with each park before I'm done? So I would start at Epcot, and I would do Spaceship Earth.
You're not finding any peace at Epcot.
Well, just finding a little bit. And then, sorry, my cat is like making a ton of noise. So Spaceship Earth, and then I would do Living with the Land. And then I would go get caramel corn over at the Germany Pavilion because it's like my favorite snack. Maybe in all of Disney, it's close. I would take an Impressions de France, and then I would go sit underneath the bridge. If you go down a little bit in World Showcase, there's that area, and if you go off to the far left, there's just a little section that goes underneath the bridge that you cross over from Britain to like France. And it's nice and quiet, and no one ever goes down there, and you can just sort of watch the ducks and watch people mill about, and it's a lot of fun. Then I would take the Skyliner over to Studios, and I would take in Muppet Vision. I'd go to the Brown Derby, and then I would sit a little bit in Batuu and take in the surroundings of Batuu. I don't really feel I have a love, like I don't have a like I must ride Rise one last time before. I don't have. It's all about nostalgia at this point, and I don't really have nostalgia for Batuu, but I love the setting, and it's sort of one of the few places I can think of at Hollywood Studios where I like to sit and look around. So I'd finally come to terms with leaving Hollywood Studios, and then I'd head over to Magic Kingdom. I'd take in Bears, I'd take in Jungle Cruise, I'd take in the People Mover, Space Mountain. And then I would go sit in one of the rocking chairs in Frontierland and sort of just take it in and watch people for a while and make peace. And then head on over to Animal Kingdom and basically do the whole park. Mostly because I love just walking around there and taking it in, and there's a lot of quiet spots. I would do the trails and I would hit Dinosaur Up, but I would end my night by doing one of the things that I loved to do when I first moved here with my wife, which is just ride Everest on a loop when the show is going on, because it's pretty low. You can kind of just get on and off and on and off, and you get the mist from the fireworks. But not the fireworks, but you get the mist from all the stuff going on.
There
from
were
the
fireworks.
show,
That show would be a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Notice I didn't say
At
I'd go
this
see
point,
the show.
I'd settle for watching Rivers of Light, though.
And it's a lot of fun to sort of like the lights also from that kind of hit the mountain at night when that mist sort of comes in. It's really pretty when you're kind of coming up the mountain. And so we would run that several times, and then I would sort of call it. And I like to walk around like maybe one more time at Dinosaur, because I love kind of walking through Dino Land when no one's there at night. You can kind of ride Dinosaur, and it's just pretty quiet. And then I would sort of call it and leave, because I just think that if it's my final time, I don't want to go to a new park. I don't want to try to take in everything. I just want to sort of make peace with what I love, which is the aesthetics and the theming and things of that nature. And then feeling like I have a moment to sort of remember memories I've had at those places and then sort of move on. So it's maybe a little more of a bittersweet, a dour experience opposed to like a let's do everything. But at the same time, I think it would leave me content there at the end.
Okay. Nicholas Cicero.
Muted.
Yep, he's muted.
Sorry, my dog was barking earlier. So you said that interestingly, like you're expecting something weird from me. And it might be. I took this kind of from the approach of what am I most missing right now about being at the parks? And it's not really the rides as much as it is the atmosphere in the parks themselves and the Disney World property itself. So I'm actually I'm trying to pack a lot in here, but I don't need to do a lot of rides at the park. So I'm gonna start off actually with some breakfast at the Polynesian. I'm getting some Tonga toast. I love the Magic Kingdom resorts. I love Bay Lake. I love the Seven Seas Lagoon. I love that whole area in the morning. There's something about that whole Magic Kingdom area in the morning hours. So I'm starting early at Polynesian, having some Tonga toast, some breakfast there, and then I'm going out on Bay Lake. I'm taking a boat over to Fort Wilderness, and Fort Wilderness holds a special place in my heart. And I'm gonna hike around Fort Wilderness a little bit. I'm just gonna walk around, take in the property, take in the area. Just a lot of memories there, and a lot of that place is special to me. So. It would be even more special if it had that weird fun house that I could go visit, but oh well. So I'll enjoy hiking around Fort Wilderness for a little bit, and I'll take a boat back across the lake. And I'm actually not going to go into Magic Kingdom yet. I'm gonna head over to Animal Kingdom. I want to again just kind of take in Animal Kingdom. If I do any ride, it would be actually Dinosaur. To be honest with you, if I had to do one last ride in Animal Kingdom right now, it would honestly be Dinosaur. But I'd walk around, I'd take in the aesthetics of the park, walk through Pandora, things like that. And as you might assume from last week's show, I'm gonna have a couple drinks and a bite to eat at Nomad Lounge. That'll be my lunch. Gonna have my drinks, gonna sit out on that porch. I just love that area so much. It became really quickly one of my favorite areas in all of Walt Disney World. So I'm gonna enjoy that. And then I am going to head over to Epcot. at Epcot, I'm going to kind of just do a stroll around the World Showcase. There's 2 attractions I need to do at Epcot if it was my last day, and that's going to be American Adventure and Spaceship Earth. Those are the only 2 I have to do there. So I'm going to take in those 2 attractions, a little bit on the long side, so I'm taking up a lot of time there. But then I'm just going to kind of stroll around. I'll probably have, like Nathan said, I have to have some of that popcorn, the caramel corn, and I have to have one of the alcoholic ice creams from France. Have to get one of those in as well. Le Glace. Oh, those are so good. All right. So we do that, and then we jump on the monorail. We head over to the Magic Kingdom. Again, I don't need to do much there, so I don't really need much time. If there was one attraction I need to do there, and thank you, Tom, it would be the Country Bears. Like, honestly, if there's literally one attraction, that maybe Tiki Room. But again, that's what I'd have to take in at the Magic Kingdom. But I'm kind of like with Nathan here. I'm strolling around and taking in the atmosphere. I'm taking in the details. I'm taking in the sights and the smells and the sounds and everything in the Magic Kingdom. And that's what I'm doing, going up and down Main Street and just enjoying that, taking in the fireworks. Then I'm ending my day where I started it, actually, because I really there is something special about the Magic Kingdom area and the first resorts that were there. I'm going back to the Polynesian. I'm ending with dinner at Ohana. And that's going to be my day.
Okay. So I'm sure Pete's not at all surprised what I've chosen, but I want to reason the choice of which resort I've made. Number 1, I'm not picking Shanghai. Number 2, I thought about Hong Kong, but in the end I was like, oh, it's just Mystic Manor, really. I don't know about that. Then I love Paris, but really, again, it'd just be Pirates and Phantom Manor. And there's no nighttime show I want to see. There really isn't a lot of places I want to eat. It just didn't feel right. Disneyland was a discussion for a while, very similar to Eric's line, I think. Is like, oh, I like to ride racers, and I like to see World of Color, specifically that. And then, of course, see a couple things at Disneyland for the last time. And then I thought, well, it's Florida. Like, Florida's where I grew up. That's home. But then I thought about it, I was like, but current day, like, it's just going to upset me. That's not the way I want to spend it. I don't want to spend my last day thinking, like, well, that's where the great movie ride was. Well, yeah, Pirates isn't as good as it was the worst Pirates in the world, And there's certainly some things I'd like to do. Like, there's some stuff at those Magic Kingdom resorts that'd be great. I'd love to do Pandora one last time. But I thought about not only, like, where are the, like, cool things that are newer to me that I want to ride, but also I realized that more of the things I loved about Walt Disney World I could still experience if I spent my last day in Japan. That was the realization behind the choice. And this is pretty much a real day I've done before. I think I texted someone when the day was over. I was like, I think I just had the most perfect park day I've ever had. And I think what I would do is I would rope drop Disney Sea. I'd do 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I'd have, as soon as I get a fast pass for Journey to the Center of the Earth. That should be valid by the time I get off 20,000 Leagues. So I've already done 20,000 Leagues, which I think is one of the best dark rides I've ever done. Journey, which is spectacular. And then as soon as they open, I'm rope dropping the gyoza dog. I'm getting my gyoza dog for breakfast. Perfect little breakfast snack. It's quick, wonderful. You get to look at Mysterious Island, just sit there and take in the scenery for a bit. Wonderful. Then I'm going to go ride Sinbad's Storybook Voyage. I'm going to the back of the park. I'm going to ride Sinbad and say goodbye to Shandu. Then I'm going to use a single rider line in Indiana Jones because, again, I thought about this. Like, one of the things I'd want to do on my last day at Disneyland would be Indiana Jones. But I was like, if I go to Tokyo, they have it. Just do the better one. So Indy. After Indy, I'm going to do some shopping. My second fast pass is going to be Tower of Terror. So I'm going to do the Tower of Terror there. After that, it's time to get some food, but I don't want to do a full lunch. I want to get a couple snack things. I'm getting my garlic shrimp popcorn. I have to have my garlic shrimp popcorn. And after that, I'm getting the Little Green Men mochi, which are really wonderful, great little snack. That's lunch, essentially. Then I'm getting on the monorail, going to Disneyland. Disneyland, I'm going to see the parade. I'm going to see Dreaming Up. Got to get my spot. I got to put down my parade mat. I don't look like a savage sitting on the ground. I'm going to watch Dreaming Up. After Dreaming Up, I'm going to do a couple attractions. I'm going to do Small World, and I'm going to see Country Bear because I got to see Country Bears. Full show, uncut show. It doesn't matter what season I'm there. It's going to be a show I love. It's going to be the old show, uncut. It's going to be Vacation Jamboree. It's going to be Christmas. Doesn't matter. They're all great. Love them all. So do that. Small World. Pirates should be easy enough to do. By then, it's probably about time to get a spot for Dreamlights. I want to see a nighttime parade. Nighttime parades, I grew up with Spectral Magic. That was I felt the perfect way to end the night at the park. And the only place I'm going to do that right now is Tokyo. So I want to see Dreamlights. After Dreamlights, I'm having dinner. I'm going to the Hungry Bear restaurant. I'm getting my pork cutlet curry. Large, spicy. The way to go. And then we're going to do dessert. I'm going to have a really big dessert. I don't care. I'm dying. Doesn't matter. Number one, going to get that strawberry milk popcorn in Tomorrowland. It tastes like Nesquik. Basically strawberry Nesquik popcorn. And then I'm going to the Great American Waffle Company, and I'm getting a loaded Mickey waffle, full size, chocolate sauce, ice cream, the works. And then right before park close, I'm getting in line for Pooh's Honey Hunt. It's the last ride I'm ever going to go on. It's charming. I love those characters. So that to me is quintessential Disney. Not only is it these characters that you grew up with and love, but it's also this amazing little ride. And I just think that's the right thing to go out on. I want to go, and I'm going to end with that big book closing. Big book closing on me. That's the end for me. Pooh's Honey Hunt. That's my final day. That's it. We did it.
I think those are all good. I think they're all good. I like that we had a good mixture of people doing favorite attractions and people just wanting to soak it all in. We had, I think, kind of Pete and Nathan. They needed to stop at the timekeeper first of all to try to fit all the stuff in that they were saying they were going to do.
Mine's feasible.
Well, Nathan, my problem with yours, Nathan, is that you start your day by getting the popcorn in Germany, which doesn't open till 11, and then go.
Well, no, I start my day at
until 7:30
at Spaceship Earth. I do Spaceship Earth and Living with the Land first, so that should be. I think I could do it. In fact, I might have almost done that at some point. So.
I'm also doing Pirates at Disneyland. I don't know if I skipped that. I got to do Pirates. That's an easy one.
I think you said that.
Yeah, it's the right. But if I'm going out, I want to see Pirates with the redhead scene. I'm sorry if that offends somebody, but I want to see Pirates as Mark Davis and Walt Disney envisioned it. That's my last day. I got to see that one last time.
Not that redhead. Yeah.
Full Country Bears, real Pirates of the Caribbean, a nighttime parade.
Gyoza dog.
Gyoza, you're damn right I'm ending with that gyoza dog. And that curry. I love Hungry Bear so much.
You know, you could end. I think I can change mine and end on Mr. Toad and go to hell right there at the end. You get
respect. That's how Tom ends his phone calls with me.
Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you're a WIGS member, we got a post show coming up in a couple minutes. And remember, kids, numbers, letters, papers for writings, teardrops, laughter, good night.